What is the first tip that you have, okay, for students who are looking abroad?
Well, I think the first tip is understand yourself, your strength, and your long-term kind of desire in alignment with your strength. More specifically, I think you need to establish what subject area you want to pursue, and in relation to that, how that subject or how the degree that you're thinking of pursuing will help you towards that career aspiration of yours. I know that many A-level and IB students might struggle to address that question because when you're in school, you learn the core academic subjects. There may be some examples of applications of all these theories that you learn, but how that translates to real working world, what kind of job opportunities are there out there, and in relation to that, what sort of degree programs there are available. It's not entirely obvious to many students. And so first tip for you, think about the kind of career that you want to pursue, and therefore the subject area. And even talking about subject area, it may not be that straightforward. So even within the space of business or econs or finance, there is actually a lot of nuances among the different degree programs. Now, the reason why you need to think about that is, for example, if you were to apply to the UK, you need to write a personal statement, right? And the personal statement talks about how your interest in that area came about, what are the activities that you did, to evidence that interest. And usually the concluding paragraph would be along the lines of how you think that degree program will help you towards achieving any vague or definite career goals that you have. So even the university agrees that the first thing that you must look at is your subject. There are other reasons why you need to look into your subject preference. For example, different universities have different subject strengths. Very often, the choice of university actually depends on the subject. There's a few other things in terms of the style of teaching. It can be different in different countries. The US, for example, it's good for students who are still a little bit perhaps hesitant, to commit early into a specific subject area. The other extreme is the UK. The UK system is clear-cut. If you start off applying to a degree in, say, Bachelor's of Economics, in your very first module that you take in your degree program is going to be economics, right till the very last module. So some people might ask, so is there a compromise? Actually, Australia is a good compromise. By and large, we're looking at maybe the first year covering 50-60% of the core subject that you are interested in, and maybe the rest, are elective. If you want a slightly more laid-back kind of teaching, then you also want to consider New Zealand. There are actually a lot of universities. They may not be obviously strong, as in they are not top of the mind, but they are actually quite strong in specific subjects.